I shouldn't have killed guards. If you didn't, you would have been like me. You could have had a silver sword, you could have had exquisite steel armor. The good stuff. Don't kill the people in charge. Don't kill... There was a reason why Sirius and I did not want to kill those two sailors on the boats. We didn't want trouble. We didn't kill them so we could still stay alive, stay and not get in trouble. But on the other hand, if you're driven to do that kind of stuff, to kill guards, you've sunken both very low or had no further option to do anything else. I guess I'm lucky to be me and not a Ripper. Okay, since we've gotten that taken care of, let's go to the Sun Temple. I mean, that is most of what we want to do. First the marketplace so we can hand in the bounty and possibly get a new one. I mean, if we ever get somewhere in the neighborhood, then we can always pick up that next bounty. But we have to know where we have to go first. Here we go. Notice what? Give me the money. Thank you, 200 pennies. And do we have anything else? Yes, we do. Aura Millendance is a wrestler who most likely is hiding near the old lighthouse at the Farmer's Coast. She was seen while stealing cattle and sacrificing it at several nights. Attention, wild magical skills should be expected. 250 adrenaline pennies issued for her death. I might have been in that area. That is down... Oh? Show me. Down... I thought there. Where is it? No. All the way up here. Okay, so if I ever go to Ark's Last Watch, I need to check out the lighthouse. Good. Okay, but that's for a later date. Let's see, am I carrying too much? No, not yet. Good.
They always go too easy on this guy.
Yes, they always do. Oh, one moment. I have a lot of pennies. I should wait for that in the morning. Sure, I can access my vault, but...
Can I help you?
Yeah. Let's go to the Sun Temple, shall we?
Ah, there you are. Magister Karis has been looking for you.
Karis? Why's that?
I don't know, but I think it's about the tome he wanted you to transcribe.
Ah, I thought... Well, never mind. But by the way, have you seen this new Neremes mage woman? Peghast, or whatever her name was.
I've heard about her, yes. She's the Scarab, isn't she?
Yes, that's what she looks like at least. But she's from Ostian, just like that Messier Firespark and the Coleman Sharim. Honestly, I don't know what to think of all of this. Wild mages here in the temple? Malphas bless the Grandmaster, but... where's this supposed to lead us?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But don't worry so much. I'm certain the Grandmaster knows what he's doing. Now go, before the Magister comes to get you himself.
Yes, of course. Walk blessed, sister.
You're always so formal. Ah, there you are.
Someone is most likely in love. Either way, we have to go this way. My Sir Firespark in the Chronicum. Or, like Jesper likes to call him, my Sir Bushybeard. I mean, that name also fits him, kinda. Makes me wonder if he's still awake. I mean, it is kinda late. And the sir who I'm supposed to tell the servant has returned. I have no idea where he is. Okay, so this was the area of the big explosion. He cleaned up pretty nicely, I must say. But as expected, he is not here. Well, let's wait for him, shall we? Or is he asleep?
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
No, the Archmagister ordered me back.
Move
Feels good
along.
to be here, to be
Bitch.
honest. The funerals. I could have done without them, though.
I don't doubt it.
I hear
I still can't believe
Master
that really happened.
Reagan.
Brother Yarrow, he was such a good man.
I don't think the Red Madness cares much about that.
Nice.
Probably not, no.
Wherever you look,
I wonder
is this
how it
supposed to lead?
happens. The infection.
What do you mean?
Magister.
Well, the red eyes and the obvious madness only happen in the last stages of the disease. What happens before that? And how? How can one tell someone else is afflicted?
Why, scared you've caught it, are you?
That is not funny. You know, I've had this feeling that there's something wrong with Yarrow for quite some time, long before it happened.
You don't say. His wife was murdered. Don't you think that would have thrown you out of balance, too? Path-abiding Indoralian or not?
That's not what I mean. Her death broke him, yes. But there was no hatred in him, only grief. The hatred only came shortly before he did it.
Sorry, but I don't really see what you're going at.
I'm just trying to say that, well, maybe we all should be careful. Maybe it was Yarrow's grief, his instability, that made him susceptible to the Red Madness in the first place. But let the Flameling and the Apothecari find that out. I have to go now, brother. Walk blessed.
He does have red eyes, doesn't he? Magister Reagan.
Walk blessed.
Elias on her way back here to the Sun Temple. She most likely is here already. She was in the graveyard mourning her sister.
Of course.
Greetings. Of
sister.
course. What do you need?
I completely forgot.
Yeah,
Oh, Yarrow, you damned old fool.
Yarrow did quite some damage indeed.
That's your area of
I guess I should be lenient with
I
her.
did
Maybe a little bit.
Here,
so I suppose so.
I think I owe you this for your
What do you
time.
need to know?
Now, excuse me. We have a lot to do here.
Yes, good luck. Thank you.
What do you know about him?
Only
So
what's
many
written
people talking. Okay.
You.
a fast
Good to see you.
Hey, Ilya.
You.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
good to see you
You're
too.
saying he was no Dilger by blood, and yet he made it.
Okay. We got that taken care of. Um,
whatever was necessary to gain influence.
as Jasper likes to say, Mr. Bushybeard.
It isn't the prodigy.
Yes, and you are Mr. Bushybeard. Well, Lishari performed the ritual on me, and there were problems in Old Rashingrad.
Yes, I know. She's
Okay.
already told me everything.
Good.
Good work. Even though part of her report seemed to be a bit enthusiastic. But I'll
What
leave
did you
the
say?
judgment to Aranthiel. He wants to talk to you anyway.
Wait.
Seems you've caught his interest.
Aranthiel himself. Can you give me a little bit more information on him? I mean, I've heard some stuff, but like that he came from Enderall and stuff like that, but...
Didn't I tell you that already? He's the highly esteemed, holy Grand Master of the Order. Tilor Aranthiel, son of Lorius the First, praised be his name. An old legend, risen from the dead, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to be part of all this, whatever it is you're searching for. No, if it can make me money, like with Jespar, then yes, where can I find him?
In the Emporium, the last building on the left side of the temple. Just tell the guard that Aranthiel has asked for you, and they will let you in.
Okay.
Ah yes, before I forget. My dame Lucy has left a token of gratitude for you.
Okay.
It's your choice. Do you want a book, an old map, or a bag of pennies?
Ooh. The book sounds nice, but a treasure map? There's a big chance I will most likely meet that place anyway, and I'm bad with treasure maps. I'm bad with maps in general, or 150 pennies. I'll go for the book.
Very well. Now get a move on.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll talk again later.
Yes. Okay, so Grandmaster Aranthiel in the Emporium. Makes me wonder what he wants of me. I mean, sure, someone important asks for me. I'm not saying that I don't like the sound of that. So the Emporium. I'm just gonna have to visit random buildings. I'll guess I'll start here, and this is Sanctum. I might be in a completely wrong place, but getting myself known with the surroundings might actually help a lot. So in the Sanctum, we have singing aspirants. We have quite some magical stuff. Ooh, do we also have people who sell stuff? Greetings.
This is Holy Ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
I do belong here, trust me. I think. Ooh, book. Landscapes of Enderal Farmer's Coast. I like the books with a true story in it more than that stuff. That is Malphas. That actually is Malphas, I think. The Breaker of Chains, pointing the way to the direction we have to take.
You just wait and see. Fucking sissy.
Walk blessed.
Wait, there were...
A foreigner, huh?
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yes, what a surprise. There were... Apothecary here. Emporium, this is where I need to go. I still have the 2 amulets from the 2 apothecary, Carbos and Finn. If I meet the head of the apothecary, then I should try and give him the necklaces.
It is a suspicion, Tila.
80,
And to send an entire division across the sea because of a suspicion is madness.
We need to find out who sent the mercenaries. This Pegast said that they were after the Signet Stone, and if they succeed in getting hold of it next time, then the Black Guardian alone knows how to stop the cycle.
The cycle. Listening to you talk almost makes me forget that all this fuss here is merely based on some bad dreams you and your Neremese friends had.
The threat is real. Deny it as much as you like, but deep inside, you feel it as much as I do.
Tila, you're a commander, and a commander doesn't care about feelings, but about facts. You have made this mistake before, Tilor, back then in Kira, and we all know...
The mission will happen. I'm sorry.
You have a visitor.
Greetings, I'll find my way down. Sorry for listening. I was curious. If people talk like that, then yes, I will listen. This is going the completely wrong direction. Ah! Luckily, I have a staircase. I was going to say I have a talent for that, to jump down without taking damage, but I'll take the staircase. That is a bit more suitable, isn't it? Yes, my apologies for being a listener and stuff like that.
So, you are the prodigy everyone is talking about?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
I have no idea what it means, but...
Tialar Aranthiel, son of Lorius I and Grandmaster of the Order, and I'm honored to meet you.
Honored?
What is your name?
My name is Jeremiah. You wanted to see me?
Yes, and I will come straight to the point.
Good, I like it.
You are here because I believe that you are special. Humanity faces a threat that needs to be stopped, and to achieve this, you are indispensable.
Okay, a threat? You're talking about the Red Madness, aren't you? And why me?
Among other things, yes. I do not need to explain to you that the present situation on Veen is chaotic.
I've noticed.
The wars, the living dead.
Yeah.
Common people who are losing their minds.
Definitely noticed.
To name only the most obvious. What most people are not aware of is the connection between these events.
There is?
You, however, have encountered it, as have I.
Wait, what? Wait. The visions. So you know where they come from?
I do. And I will explain everything to you. What it means, who we are, and what your part in all of this is. Come, follow me. Maybe you already know who I am. My entire life, I served the gods who ruled Vin, until their death 2 years ago. What you probably do not know is that the one responsible for their death is my son, Narazul Aranthial.
No.
He hated the Lightborn because he believed that they robbed mankind of their right to freedom, so he strived to overthrow them. He found followers, formed an army and declared war on them, and thus on me, a servant of the Lightborn as well.
Okay.
It all ended in a battle 30 years ago, which Narazul won. He killed every single survivor except for me, and locked me in a dungeon on Nerim. I still do not know why he spared me.
Yeah, that part of the story I did hear. But if Narazul was your son, why did he hate the gods so much? Shouldn't he have been, I don't know, devoted to them? I mean, he was your son.
There were circumstances favoring the development. But it's a long story, which we won't discuss now.
Later? Okay, but... So, wait. You just said that the Lightborn were killed. So the Lightborn really are dead. But if you, the Order of the Gods, acknowledge that fact, why don't people know about it?
Good question. Because at the moment, stability is the highest good. Even more so considering what we are facing.
Oh, yes, of
course. The rulers of Kira and Kile both made the mistake to acknowledge the death of the gods to their people, and the civil wars that followed in their countries are evidence of the chaos that such a revelation entails.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Enderal is the cradle of the Order of the Gods, the epitome of theocracy. It is unthinkable what would happen if we confirmed these rumors.
Many people would claim they are the new gods.
Understand this. Maybe when all this is over that will change, but for now it is imperative that we deny all rumors of that kind.
So don't go out screaming, "The gods are dead! The gods are dead! Everyone panic!" I'll keep my mouth shut, okay? We got that. If you do, pay me. But, okay, you got captured, but you managed to free yourself. Any juicy details on that?
Yes, after more than 30 years, when the death of the gods made the magic around the prison disappear. And during my escape in the northern mountains of Nerim, I also had them for the first time. The dreams.
The dreams. You've had the same dreams as me?
I always saw the same glaring, terrible light. Heard screaming, and I felt like I was burning up from the inside. And above all, like a veil, there was the knowledge of imminence. At first, of course, I dismissed these dreams as the delusion of a man close to death. So I concentrated on making it through the mountains somehow. 2 days after my escape, I was completely exhausted, and I would have died if a former acolyte of my son had not found me.
An acolyte of your son? But they were your enemies back then, right?
Yes, but he did not recognize me, and brought me to their headquarters instead, an old monastery in the mountains. The others were aware of my identity, but for whatever reason they did not kill me. Maybe because they thought that the death of the Lightborn had made me insignificant. I do not know. Still, even after my recovery, the dreams continued. At first, I doubted my sanity, but after some time I told the leader of the mages, Constantine, about them.
Mr. Firespark.
And he said something that I'd never expected. I was not alone. He, as well as many others, magically gifted on Vin, dreamed the same dreams. And the more we talked about the matter, the stronger our suspicion grew, which has now turned out to be the truth.
What suspicion?
Dreams, they come from the same place.
Wait.
They are a shared memory.
A shared memory? You mean the dreams originate from a common mind? Then whose mind? Who are we connected to, and why and how?
A collective subconscious, yes. I know that you can feel it too, and probably far more intense than we do. But like you back then, we were not able to make sense of the images. So we went looking for answers in the remains of the civilization that was before us.
The Parians.
The Parians.
Thus all the excavations, like in Old Russiangrad. What exactly did you find?
3 things. First, there were many civilizations before us and before the Parians. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. Second, the history of each civilization unfolded and still unfolds according to a pattern. They emerge, they blossom, and at some point, at the apex of their existence, they simply disappear without any trace.
Disappear?
And third, everything that has happened in the past years, and which is still happening, indicates that this disappearance lies ahead of us.
Wait.
We are part of an eternal loop, a cycle, and our cycle is approaching its end.
Are you for real? Hundreds of prophets have predicted the end of the world, and it never happened. I admit that this world has seen brighter days, but isn't it a little bit too much of a leap? You mean the end of humanity lies ahead? But a pattern? You mean that the chronicles of each civilization are identical? Like, with the Parians? Are you saying they went through the same stuff that we went through?
Not identical, but one can split them up into episodes which repeat themselves in the very same manner, into patterns.
Okay. And this is your explanation for the Red Madness and the wars?
Yes, dramatically put, they're the envoys of the end.
That indeed sounds dramatically. So, you mean that the end of humanity lies ahead of us?
Yes, it does. At first we considered it absurd, as probably you do at this moment.
Maybe a tiny bit.
But there came a moment when we simply could not deny it anymore. We began to study the history of the Parians more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. In its early days, the Parian Empire was split up by a disaster, just like Vind was split up by the Starfall after the reign of the Eterna. Also, the Parians had a ruling caste who declared themselves gods after the catastrophe. The 2 castes of the Sun Priest. They too ruled until they were overthrown. This overthrowing was followed by an outbreak of wars and chaos. And then, just like that, the Parians ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the Cleansing.
Cleansing? So the Parians knew about the threat. Why didn't they try and do something about it?
They tried, but they failed. Who knows why? Maybe they found out too late, or maybe they were too weak.
But how in the blazes does an entire civilization just disappear? How? Are there any chronicles that say about what happened?
That is the question we need to find an answer to. The end was not violent, at least not in a sense as we know it. There was no natural disaster, no magical explosion, no plague. Even though there was war in the Parian Empire before its ruin, when the cleansing happened, it was as if all living beings simply fell down and died. It is ghastly.
So, the thing you haven't said just yet is, where do I come in all of this? Where do these visions and my powers come from? What does this all mean?
Well, this is the reason why we need your help. Not only episodes of history recur within every cycle, characters do as well.
Characters? Recur? Like the Lightborn and stuff like that. Are you sure it's not just a small coincidence?
Yes, the Pyreans call them the emissaries. They emerge very shortly before the cleansing occurs, like a law of nature, an answer to the Red Madness. And I am one of them, as are you.
Are you sure?
While I take on the role of the ruler, you take on the role of the prophet.
I'm supposed to be a prophet? Okay, maybe I have to start off with this. I have no control over my visions. I had them appear randomly, and I have no idea how they work or what they mean. I have no control, so I'm supposed to be a prophet? I don't know what I'm doing.
It's just a description. Call it what you will. But without doubt, it is the truth. Your story matches the descriptions perfectly.
Someone who got on a ship and then tried to yada yada yada. I take this the reason for the mages are here. Mr. Firespark, Pegasus, Sharim. Why me of all these people? If play this role, does it mean something? Wait. If these characters constantly return, if I play a role, does that mean something is controlling me? Controlling us?
No. As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
Why me of all people? I mean, I kill, I steal, I do it for the money, but there are so many other people out there who are much better suited for this role. Why me?
I do not know. Firespark the Mage has told me your story. And even though your fate is tragic, unlike me, you were insignificant before your change.
I'm still insignificant.
So maybe everyone can become an emissary. Or we simply have not understood the pattern yet.
And this is the reason why the Neremese mages are here.
Yes. Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Narazul's former mages is vast, as is the power of the Holy Order. Even though not all of the Keepers agree, as you probably have already noted yourself.
Yes, I've noticed. So, okay, if I'm truly am this prophet, what divides him? I mean, what makes him the prophet?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this.
Yeah, I'm kind of bookworm.
On the other hand, your ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future.
Yeah, but I have no idea how to control it. Wait, into the past, never into the future? Oh, you mean because everything is in several waves? If I look into the past, then I can see what will happen in the future. Is that what you mean?
Your visions are a window into the past. And as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well. You can feel the thread this world is woven with. And because of that, you can see things that have happened, and thus will happen again. This gift makes you indispensable to us. And it is why I want your help.
And if all this doesn't interest me, of course it interests me. What do you think that we can... Yeah, why do you think that we can overcome this cycle in the first place, after hundreds of civilizations have possibly failed before us?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
To have fun until the end of time? That sounds like a very good alternative to me. Of course I'll fight, but... Alright, if I can help, I will try to do so, but I do not know how to control my powers. No idea whatsoever. If I can help, I'll try my best, okay? Because this sounds serious enough.
Good. However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our order. And to do so, you have to pass a test. A trial.
What kind of trial? Join your order. Is that really necessary? Can't I be acting as a civilian advisor? Something like that. I mean, is it really necessary?
It is. Whatever you think about our story, we are the only faction that is strong enough to oppose the cycle. If you want to be part of our mission, you need to have access to our knowledge and resources. There will be voices in the Order speaking against your admission, as they are speaking against the presence of the Neremese mages. Consider it an honor or a necessity. It is up to you.
I'm feeling honored, definitely. But a test, what kind of test, and how dangerous is it?
It is the trial the novices have to pass in order to be exalted to the role of a keeper. Only the best students of the Squalor are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too. At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
And who are these 2 novices?
I have only a slight acquaintance with them. However, I know that they are both very talented and have been working hard toward the test. But see them for yourself.
I will. And wait, you've already informed them without my agreement. How would you know that I'd agree? I mean, on one hand, yes, that's pretty obvious. I mean, the world is ending, why wouldn't I agree? But still, why?
I had a hunch. Let us leave it at that.
Fine. Very well. Where can I find these 2 novices?
At the border to the Heartland, near the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. And then follow his orders.
Sure, I guess.
One more thing. It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
I do not believe you can do any real harm. But in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic.
Yeah.
After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter. If and how we tell our people about it. But not now, that is for sure.
And it's something I completely understand.
Now, leave. The sooner we can dispense with this formality, the better.
Good. Okay, I'll be on my way. Whew. Part of something momentous. Dear, oh dear. I learned 2 things. The world awaits an event called the Cleansing, in which a whole civilization, ours, will disappear without a trace if we won't stop it. Also, it seems that I am a messenger. People who play a decisive role in the fight against the Cleansing. That is why Aranthia wants me to formally join the Order by taking the same examination which novices of the Order have to take. I have to meet Signet leader Yorick Bartar at the border of the Heartland. Where exactly is that? Border of the Heartland. My retired Heartland's border. So this is the Heartland. Or... Well, I don't have much choice, do I? Definitely not.
Well met.
Although I do have choice, I could just go to a tavern right now and drink till I drop dead, but where would that take us all? I mean, that would be a waste. Sure, I would have had fun in the meantime, but still.